Hello, Scorpio. I literally just skipped you guys. I was like, why the... I was about to move straight into Capricorn from Sag, and I was like, I didn't even do Scorpio. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Been through a hell of a year and a half. Talk about letting stuff go, right? Talk about facing some stuff. Some deep stuff. I think it's more of like a internalized evolutionary thing than anything. But you probably had to tackle some stuff outside of that in between that. Anyway, this is for March of 2023. This is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mars placements, or if you've got a stellium, or if you have impactful transits hitting that part of your chart. If you don't care about any of that and it just seems like it's your message and you feel drawn to it for whatever reason, welcome. Take it. If it's yours, it's yours. We're going to start off with astrology cards here. So many people are getting yang, man. I really feel like people are going to start feeling this like fiery energy of this Aries North Node eclipse here. Third house, you may have some significant Sag in your chart, or you could be connected to this. Maybe you started dealing with this about 2.5 years ago. Maybe this was the beginning of this. And now this is more of a culmination point. But there's a lot around early childhood here. This can be siblings. This can be parental figures. This also is about communication, right? This is about how you think and how you communicate. Maybe you are seeing some sort of blend of, I never want to become my parents, and then I realize that I have. Or seeing the ways in which that experience shaped and molded you to some extent. Maybe the way you think. Maybe the way you communicate. But we've got yang here. We also have the sun in reverse, and we've got the 9th house in reverse. I think you are in search of the truth. I think you've been doing that for about the last 3 years. And I think last year was a deep dive. And I think that maybe the truth will be accessed this year. Like, I think that really it's going to come full circle for you in a way that it hasn't before. Okay, let me use this deck first. So I'm going to be pulling cards from this deck, and then I'm going to be pulling clarifiers on these cards. Excuse my stutter. Ever since Mercury went into Pisces, been doing it. Definitely looking for the truth. Honorable mention is going to be the Empress, because for some reason it feels so out of place, but so important. So there could be stuff around the mother here. Once again, this kind of was showing up in Sag's reading, so there's something significant about that. Or this just could be you trying to get to this space, or feeling like you're in this space, really feeling connected to the cycles of life, really feeling in tune with things to some extent, or wanting to get there. Like maybe that's an idea that you have. Maybe that's where the truth lies for you. So starting off with Temperance in the reverse and the 9 of Wands, you could be feeling under the weather, either physically or emotionally. There is something here where you're kind of protecting yourself to some extent for some reason. I don't know if you're just feeling off or you're feeling out of balance, or you feel like something's out of whack with you. Maybe you feel like life is out of whack right now for you. Maybe things just don't feel very good, or they just feel off. Because it feels like there's something here where it's like you're protecting yourself and you're just really wanting to keep, I almost want to say, anything at bay. I also feel like there's some sort of communication that's important here. This could be hard communication that has to be tackled. This could be needing to communicate something difficult, or it could just be needing to express something in some particular way. Because then we have the Fool here. I think you're really going to be talking about things that either like do or don't work for you. I think you're going to be broaching some difficult subjects. Libra had this as well, so Libra might be important. This feels very similar. Not same cards, but it feels very similar. And the Empress is ruled by Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra. Don't know why I felt the need to mention that. Anyway, but with the Fool, we've got this need to really step into a new direction. I feel like you're super intrigued by like wanting to feel free in some way, whether that's freedom of expression, whether it's freedom through your creativity, whether it is wanting to tap back into like that childlike essence. Because I feel like there's something about what's been going on or what you've been working through or what you've been doing that just is like not hitting it for you with the Four of Cups. Like it feels like in search of constantly, or like constantly thinking about something, or constantly looking into things, or constantly having stuff be like all over the place, like up and down. But if you really think about it and you tune into the energy of the Empress, that's life. Like the Empress is so in tune with the cycles of life, with the cycles of the seasons, that understands that life moves at a very interesting pace. And it's not always going to be like up, 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 up. Sometimes it's going to be up and then down, and then sometimes it flatlines, and then it goes deeper, and then it goes all the way up again. Like it's this whole thing where it's like tapping into maybe perceiving things like that, right? It almost makes me think of how we perceive time as a child. It really doesn't exist to us at all. We kind of have no clue. And maybe that's kind of like the way that this needs to be approached. Sorry, I'm like really trying. There's something that's like coming through this right now that's very interesting. I think you're ready for some sort of adventure here. Lovers at the end. Because really this does. It feels like being on a quest for, not, doesn't have to be the truth, but like your truth. Like what is your truth in this life? And I feel like this is about to take you through some sort of incredible journey. I really do. Like I feel like whatever this is, whatever way you've been feeling, it's going to fuel something. It is going to fuel something. Oh, not going to use these, sorry. Let's pull clarifiers from the other deck. These things are definitely about to change. Going on a journey. Okay. Four of Wands could be around the home, could be around foundational stuff. I don't know if you're thinking about relocating or if you're picking around with it. But there is something here about the path less traveled. This has been something that has been on your mind for some time. There also may potentially be some stuff around revisiting like home. But with the Temperance in reverse, we've got the Seven of Cups with the Five of Swords. So I feel like there's been something challenging going on here for you emotionally. Like, it's almost like the more you face the discomfort, the more you face the uncomfortable things, I think the more questions you have. There's some stuff that I think just, it still feels so intangible for you, which I find kind of funny just because Scorpio really is good at navigating those territories, right? Like the depth of things, the darkness of things, the heaviness. It's so easy to navigate that for the most part, all things considered. But I feel like with whatever this is, there's something about like whatever this is pertaining to that feels very foreign. And I think that's where the discomfort has been coming from. Like, I think it's one of those things where there's a part of you that's kind of always been so sure, and there's something right now that doesn't feel very sure, or like something that has you asking so many questions that it's just uncomfortable. And with it, actually, excuse me, this is the Eight of Wands the whole time. Anyway, Ten of Wands here, I feel like it's almost as if you're like waiting for the next move. You're waiting for the next chess piece and this game, like whatever is going on here. The quest for the truth, the quest for what's next. You're waiting for the next chess piece. And I feel like with the Eight of Cups here, you are going to be going on this journey beyond the shadow of a doubt. Four of Cups, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like whatever unsatisfying connections that you've had, whatever unsatisfying my goodness. Whatever like painful relationships that you've had, or very like non-supportive relationships that you've had, my goodness. I feel like those connections are coming to an end, or like maybe that is what you're seeking. Like maybe you're seeking the kinds of connections that really help uplift you, or there's like a need to want to make new connections. Like maybe that's also part of the problem here. Maybe there's like been such a gap between newness, or there's been such a gap between like fresh ideas, or reconnecting, or not reconnecting, but connecting with people that are outside of what you've known. Because it feels like you're seeking something, like you're seeking something more. I almost feel like it's like you're looking for someone to help you discover the truth, or find the truth, or like understand the truth on a deeper level. Because with the Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands under the Lover's card, I just feel as if whatever this plague is of this emotional shit that's been going on, you just want that to fall away. Like, I think you're done with it. I think you're just like, man, I really just want to go back to a point in time where like time did not matter. And time wasn't on my mind. Where I felt more emotionally free, or where I felt like I was learning, or where I felt like I was connecting with people who were really like giving me food for thought, and like almost helping me get closer to whatever my truth is in this life. Some deep ass questions here. And I think it's coming. Like, I think there's going to be either travel, movement, maybe more travel this month, or like thoughts of it, maybe revisiting home, whatever that means to you. There's just something here with movement. And I think it has a lot to do with like having conversations, or maybe even meeting new people that allow you to like open up on this quest for whatever this truth is that you're seeking for yourself. I'm telling you what, though, I really do feel like there's something that's going to be happening this year with like understanding, embodying, and expressing what your truth is. And I think you're going to be growing a lot this year. You're really going to be doing it. And I just think you had to get through whatever this rough period was first. So, Scorpio, on cue. I hope that this helps, and I will see you guys next time.